Right after I posted my last video, I was immediately thinking about where I wanted to go next. Just about every single time when I end off a video, I always give myself super high expectations just so that I can fall short and look like an idiot. That's actually the only reason why I do it. I don't do it because I overestimate my abilities or anything like that. It's purely just a gag. Last time I said I was going to get full dragon armor. If you look at it right now, I have full dragon armor. This dragon armor is probably the least impressive thing that I've done. To be fully honest, I've got a full set of Young Dragon Armor right now, and I also have a full set of Holy Dragon Armor. That's just me flexing on how rich I am. But basically, last time after I posted, I was like, where should I go next? Because I almost never keep true to my word. So I was like, maybe I'll do fishing. Speak of the devil, legitimately the next day after I clicked post, a new fishing biome came out, or a new fishing island. It's right down there. I don't know if you can see it. Her name's like Gadoos or something. And I was like, I'm really not trying to mess with that. You know, I was like, that's really not my cup of tea. What is this guy doing? I'm sorry. I really can't focus with it. I'm sorry, bro. Can you get away from me? Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I'm sorry. I completely forgot what I was saying. Yes, I was gonna do fishing, and then there's a new fishing island. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do mining, even though I definitely should. I don't want to do Slayer, even though there's a Slayer mayor. I'm really picky, right? I've been farming off screen for like so long. I was like, God, I'm not doing a farming video. That sounds so boring. And then I landed on Catacombs. I I didn't think I was gonna enjoy Catacombs, and then I ended up sinking 50 hours into it across like 4 days. So there's obviously some level of enjoyment there. And I mean, you guys, I really can't talk about it at all without sounding like a complete lunatic. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go back in time a little bit, right? We're gonna go back to the start and we're just gonna go through it together, right, guys? We're gonna enjoy it together because if you forgot, this is a no wiki Iron Man run. It's an experience, but I think I figured it out pretty well, and I guess you guys will be able to see if I'm missing anything. If I am missing anything, please feel free to let me know because I legitimately won't know otherwise, right? You're my one source of knowledge, and my source of knowledge kind of sucks. But without further ado, let's just get into it, and yeah, let's enjoy it. Where? Dungeons. I'm new, lol. You take a hard left when you do /hub. Thanks. Oh! Oh my god, I see it. Oh my god. Was it really that easy? Oh my god, I'm trolling. Alright, well, here I am at Dungeons. Should I just run one? How do I run one? Who do I talk to first? Yes, oh my god. Let's go. Oh, shit. These kids look cracked. What is this? When entering the dungeon, the stone adapts so its user allows them to use their class and ability. What's my class? Gives... Oh, shit. Don't forget Dungeon Orb. It gives each class 2 unique. Right-click the orb for spells or left-click to drop. Yeah. Chill, idiot. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. What should I run? Let's do Berserk. Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm trolling. Now, while I'm doing my first run, I just want to talk about my current knowledge of dungeons as I have it right now, after the 50 hours of playing. Just because I feel like, because I don't have a wiki, I feel like I should air out what I think I know. Just because that's part of the fun. If I can't look it up, I might as well explain my views on why I'm doing certain stuff. Now, this is my first ever run of dungeons right here, and I currently chose the Berserk class. There are 5 separate classes. You've got Healer, which I think I've never seen anyone play in my 50 hours. So I don't even know if that's a real class. Then you have Mage, which seems pretty good, to be honest. Like, Mage and Archer seem pretty good. And then aside from Mage and Archer, you have Berserk and Tanker. I start out with Berserk right here. I feel like that's the, base normie class. Like, everyone wants to be a Berserker. And then I went Berserker to Tank to finally Archer, which is what I've settled on. I just like Archer because I feel like it's the most my playstyle. Increases my survivability because I've got this problem where I like to ego and go to way lower floors that I've no reason to be on, especially once I unlock solo. Like, oh my god, I'll be on floor 4. No reason I should be there, right? But anyway, after the 50 hours, my current like top floor that I've been on is I have floor 5 unlocked, but I've only ever beat floor 4, which on floor 4, it's a thorn. It's just a giant gas. It's a really cool fight. I talk about it more later. I really like the fight though. But like these earlier floors, it's pretty simple aside from the fact that like they really don't explain anything. And I think me being on Lunar Client does make it easier because as you can see, it shows me like all the chests and entrances and levers or levers, switches. It shows me all the switches, right? And like it explains like all that stuff. But if I didn't have that, I don't think you understand how lost I would be. Like genuinely. It is confusing. There's also a master mode that I figured out you can unlock after you've beat floor 7. I haven't beat floor 7, so I don't know what master mode does. It says that it literally says dungeons but more hardcore. So I'd assume it's just like everything's ramped up. I would assume it's like new game 7 or like new game on like Elden Ring or like a Dark Souls where it's like you keep your levels and everything, but everybody else is just way stronger. I would assume that the drops are also increased though, like in New Game Plus on Elden Ring, where it's like everyone's stronger, but it's better drops and you get more XP, more runes, stuff like that. At least I hope it is, because that's kind of what I'm working for. There is also another part, like, all right, I'm in the catacombs, right? Which is the base, but there's also this one called Kudra, which is if you beat the Crimson Isle story mode, whatever that is, because I haven't been to the Crimson Isles yet, which is what I'm probably going to check out next because that sounds interesting. But if you beat the Crimson Isles story mode, then you unlock Kudra, which I would assume is just like a different version of the catacombs. What again, whatever that is or whatever that means. After that, you've got the blacksmith, or he seems like a blacksmith. He's like Taizo from the end, where it's literally, I'm not even trolling, you can like salvage tools and stuff for essence, and you can buy stuff with essence. It's not currently impacting me a lot because I've only been playing for 50 hours, but it's like every 1,000 essence, you can buy like 25 more HP in the catacombs, right? It's little stuff like that that I would assume stacks up a lot over a while, but as of right now, it's really not impacted me that much. It's the same thing with Wither Essence, which I'm not quite too sure the use of Wither Essence aside from that pickaxe that allows you to like mine through the floors of the catacombs. Then there's that weird golden chest guy that he holds on to like your chest for you, and you're able to buy it if you weren't able to afford to open the chest at that time. I like that. He only holds so many though. He like some of like my first chests that I didn't open are already gone just because he can only hold on to so many chests for you, which I think is a completely valid thing. Like if you get a good drop and you really want to open it, just don't play catacombs for a little bit, farm up some money and then do it. I like that part. I haven't like explored too much and I've only gone down to floor 4. I'm missing 3 floors, and I would assume that each floor unlocks a lot more. Like, I would assume that floor 7 is like a complete maze, because technically the first 3 floors are tiny, and then the 4th floor is medium, and the 4th floor is genuinely huge. So I don't know how they can call that medium. And apparently the 7th floor is like extremely large. What does that mean, Kobe Bryant? Like, how like the 7th floor, you've 100% got to go with 5 people because going with 5 people would just, you're gonna have to spread out and like everyone's gonna have to know what they're doing. In all honesty, I would say I spent a majority of my 50 hours playing solo just because, again, I don't like the party system, and I'm pretty sure I've got like a rage rant about it later on that I literally recorded earlier just because I hate the party system so much. But it's just, I don't like waiting for people in a party, so. I did a lot of solos, like the entrance floor 1. I can solo floor 1. It takes like 10 minutes. As of right now, I have Bonzo's mask and then the skeleton master chestplate, pants, and boots. I've also got a rapid machine gun bow that I made up to 3 stars with my salvaged essence from the what would you even call him? The blacksmith? I think that's what I called him earlier. I don't want to confuse people. The blacksmith guy. I use that to enchant my rapid bow because I don't know what's after, and this is the part that's gonna get me. And I knew it was even before I started this, but I not knowing progression is 100% gonna slow me down so much. Like I currently have a rapid machine gun bow, but I've also got like a soul stealer bow, right? And like technically the soul stealer bow sells for more on the auction house, right? Because I've got that lunar client thing that shows me how much it sells for on the auction house. So technically the soul stealer bow is more expensive than my rapid machine gun bow, even though it has a lower gear score and it does less damage. So I don't know why, like I don't know if I should be using that. I should be like I'm not sure where to go next. And it's the same thing with the armor. Like I'm gonna keep Bonzo's mask because I'm running solo and being able to not die seems pretty important to me. And I also see a lot of other like really strong people with like Necron armor running Bonzo's mask. So I'm definitely gonna keep Bonzo's mask for the time being. But like the rest of my armor, like I don't know if I should just be going off gear score alone or like I'm currently going off like auction house price, right? Which might be idiotic of me, but it's like if I see something sells for like 1 million on the auction house and then my other armor set only sells for like 6,500, I'm like obviously gonna wear the 1 million, right? Because if people are willing to pay that much for it, it's got to be good. But I that's the thing. Like I don't know if it's actually good or if it's just like it turns into something good if you like use it in the right, area, you know. And it's just like that progression I know is gonna stunt me. And that like is the sole reason why I like pocket watch everyone all the time. Like I always look at people's armors and gear set just because I like you never know like what is good. Like if a lot of people like I see a lot of people wearing the Necron armor, obviously good, right? I see that like a withered sword that like looks really big, like it's like when they're holding it. So like that's obviously good. Like everyone wears Bonzo's mask. Like literally everyone, even high ranked people, like with crazy good Necron armor, are wearing Bonzo's mask, right? So that obviously tells me that Bonzo's mask, like the Bonzo mask ability to not die every 300 seconds, is obviously OP. Like I probably didn't need someone to tell me that, but if nobody wore Bonzo's mask, I would probably wear it for a little bit and I probably would have gone full Skeleton Master set, right? Because why wouldn't I want 30% more arrow damage, you know? But it's like everyone wearing Bonzo's mask just tells me so clearly that it's OP. So I'm definitely gonna keep Bonzo's mask, but the rest of my armor, like I need to find another archer and I need to like look at his gear. But that the worst part is that even if you look at their gear, it doesn't tell you how to get it, right? Like I would assume you get Necron's armor from killing Necron, which I'm pretty sure is the floor 7 boss. But I don't know, maybe you can also get Necron's armor from running like Ender Slayer or something like that. Like I don't know, and I'm not gonna know until I figure it out, of course, because I'm gonna figure this all out. Real quick, I'm about to do my floor 4 run, so I'm about to show it, and then afterwards I'm just gonna finish up talking about like my current strategy, or I guess my strategy to get all my super cool dragon armor. 4? Alright, wait, I look, you gotta like chill. This kid's looking like ODing. I'm about to OD, bro. What the fuck? This ass, bro. Oh, I fell down. This guy fucked me, bro. Why should I kill these kids? Fuck this kid, bro. Deadly. Just look at my range now. Waiting. I'm trying to artist, I swear I will. I'm an artist. I think so. I got healing too. Super kick zombie kill. What is that, bro? Level 23 get bot. I still like. Yeah, this is on the range, guys. I did not. Oh shit, yo, yeah. Oh, get put down, bro. Come on, bro. Stepping on me like that. Come on, bro. You're a joke, bro. You're only a joke to me, bro. You're not little boy. Little boy, bro. Fucking man, bro. Little boy trying to fight man. Fucking delusion, bro. Little boy trying to fight man, bro. You make me laugh, bro. You just make me laugh. Damn, yo, joke. What y'all doing here, bro? Is that Thorn? I'm assuming. The arena is the most entertaining place in the catacombs. Something's. Oh, look, it's all the people. Yo, this kid in the crowd said I'm bad? Where is he, bro? I'll actually slam him right now, I don't care. What? Dude, alright, first of all, this gotta be the coolest boss fight I've seen so far. Basically, you're like thrown into like a gladiator arena, right? It's like an FFA, or I think it's either time based or how much damage you do, but after a certain amount of time or a certain amount of damage done to the mobs, you get a spirit bow, and then you've got to shoot that spirit bow. I think you get like 1 or 2 shots with the spirit bow. I wouldn't know, I haven't been able to grab it yet because I'm always dead instantly. But then you get a spirit bow that you shoot at Thorn, which is the gas floating around in the sky, and that's how you deal damage to him. And then that's the only way to kill him. You can't damage him normally. You need the spirit bow, which you only get from doing damage or waiting a certain amount of time in the FFA arena. Now that that's over, I'm going to talk about my current plans going forward and just like my overall thoughts of dungeons. I just want to start out with saying that this was technically my first like part of Skyblock that I had no clue about. And I did even have I knew about it, right? So like it's not like I had no clue. Like with the Crimson Isles, I'm literally gonna have no clue. But this is the first one that like it was my first time playing this, and it was my first time like experiencing it on an actual Skyblock account. So for that, I actually had a lot of fun, but there are just some things that I feel like are just completely absurd. To start out with the party system, and what I'm going to say might be taken as crazy, but I feel like if you queue up for floor 2, it should be completely randomized. I feel like the fact that these people can put such crazy restrictions on such low floors makes it almost impossible, right? Like maybe after floor 4, you can make it crazy restrictions like that, but for floor 1 to 3, you need a party to play. And the fact that these people can make these party restrictions so absurd when you need a party is insane. Like, what do you mean a level 7 Berserker made his party restrictions all level 50 catacombs, right? I feel like every floor you should just get randomized with other people that want to play that floor. Now, this still allows you to make crazy good parties, right? Like if you're a level 50 Berserker, you can still make a crazy good party. You're just gonna have to friend request people and party up with them that way. But I feel like through the actual game, if you want to play floor 2, you should just get randomized with other people that want to play floor 2. Sure, a lot of more like it's gonna be a lot more difficult, right? But I think that's a part of it. I think that if you need a party to play it, parties should be readily accessible to you. I feel like it shouldn't be crazy high restrictions if you need the party. And then just another thing is at some point throughout my playthroughs, I got an S plus game, which allowed me to open up an obsidian chest, right? In this obsidian chest, I got a really lucky drop of the Recombobulator 3000. It's just a item that you can attach to a weapon in an anvil, right? And it permanently increases the rarity, right? I got this and I was stoked. I was like, oh my god, like a 2% drop chance. Who's the luckiest man on earth? It's me, by the way. I went to open it, cost 8 million coins to open it, right? This makes no sense to me. Normally, an obsidian chest is like 200,000 coins, right? That's still expensive, but I can handle that much. This recombobulator, also in an obsidian chest, costs 8 million. Why is it that because I got a lucky better RNG drop that I have to pay the equivalent amount for it, right? It's like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I understand equivalent exchange, but the equivalent exchange should be that because it's a 2% drop rate, right? It's just difficult to get because it's such a low drop rate. But once I get it, I should just have to pay the normal amount. Why is it a 2% drop rate? And then I also have to pay 500% increased prices, right? What's the point of that? Like, why are there 2 firewalls that I have to go through to get my rare item? My rare item should just be a rare item because the low drop rate. It shouldn't be a rare item because low drop rate and you have to spend an arm, a leg, a kidney, and an eye to get it. That's completely absurd to me, and I can't believe that they let this in the game. Like every other low drop rate item, it's good because of a low drop rate. It's not good because of a low drop rate, and then you also have to spend your entire life farming up for it. Now, maybe I'm just a little bit upset because I got a rare item and I wasn't rich enough to buy it, and then I opened too many chests and it's gone now, right? Maybe I'm upset about that. That might be part of it, but still, I think the fact that I have to pay increased money for my rare item is insane. Don't make it a rare item then, right? Like, what's the point of it being rare and expensive? That's just me though. Other than that, though, I had a lot of fun running dungeons. I'm definitely gonna run them more. my current set is I've got Bonzo's helmet and I've got the Skeleton Master Gear. I'm pretty sure I already said this though, so I don't know. I'm repeating myself. My main play style though, while I was doing this, and this is what I wanted to talk about real quick, is that since I did a lot of solos because I hate the parties, I was mainly sticking on floor one and the entrance. Right now, the entrance is where I farmed up a majority of my dragon fragments because in the entrance, three different lost adventurers spawn, which is kind of a shame because they all suck. You've got the young lost adventurer, the holy lost adventurer, and the unstable lost adventurer. Those are the only three lost adventurers that spawn in the entrance, or at least from my knowledge. Now, these three are, of course, the worst armor sets. Now, if you were to go down to floor two or something, you can get superior, strong, you can get all the good armor sets, but you've got to be on floor two, right? And I can't do floor two. And even if I had a party to do floor two with, there's a chance that they end up stealing my lost adventurers, which means that I don't get the fragments, right? So I was just sticking on the entrance. I was sticking to where I could solo because I didn't want to share my fragments because you already need like 240 fragments to make the whole set, right? So if every 10-minute run some douche steals 4 fragments from me, that's just extending my time by so much. Other than that, I feel like farming fragments on the entrance actually is not a bad play. I don't know if it's as effective as zealot farming, even though I couldn't one tap zealots at this point. I can as of right now, just because of my new armor set. But back then, I couldn't one tap zealots. So I think this was the correct path for me. But even still, this took a while. I was like, before I was doing all this, I was like doing the math on it. I was trying to do the math on it because I wanted to see because I thought it was pretty good, right? Or at least it seemed good from my perspective because I didn't realize how many hours I was actually sinking into it. But I was like, man, I've only been playing all day and like I've already got like the boots and I almost have the pants, right? Really, if it's so RNG related, which is the problem. Like if you actually do the math on it, like there's a chance that you get 0 fragments in a run, but there's also a chance where you get 12 fragments in a run, right? So if you were to cut it down the middle and just say like 6 fragments, right? It's even still 6 fragments, 5 minutes a run, right? That's what is that? 6 fragments, 5 minutes a run, and you need 240 fragments. I don't know. I can't really do the math here, but it still takes quite a while, and I know it takes quite a while because it took me about 50 hours, right? Now, of course, I wasn't farming fragments for all those, but there was a solid like 25-hour spurt there where I was just speed running the entrance. And the other problem is the fact that you can get 3 different Lost Adventurer spawns. I mean, like, I literally have a whole set, like a completed set of Holy Dragon armor, and I got that before I got my Young Dragon armor. And I have like I have the helmet and the boots of the Unstable Dragon, right? It's just, it's so hard to get what you want in an Iron Man because there's so much chance in it, right? In the fact that I can't even really do anything with my holy dragon armor, like it's cool that I have it, right? But I have no use for it. I could salvage it to Taizo in the end and try to get like an Ender Eye, but I or try to get a summoning eye, but I don't feel like that's really worth it. But all of this extreme overthinking out of the way, I'm definitely going to do more dungeons and I'm definitely going to try to figure out more. It's hard for me, like right now, at least with my current knowledge of it, like really try to talk about it. Like my original plan for this video was I was really just gonna come in here and I was gonna like explain like what like all the dungeon floors are. But then I realized like to my knowledge, I really don't think I can help, right? Like nobody's gonna wanna watch that because there's no half of what I'm saying is gonna be wrong, right? Like nobody in science class is gonna go watch a flat earther talk about Earth. You know, like half the shit he's saying is just it doesn't make sense, you know? So I feel like that's not the way to do it. So I just went on like a bunch of fucking rants and talked about nothing. But at some point I am gonna figure it all out. I'm gonna figure out where to go next, and I'm gonna be able to make a nice video about actually dungeons, right? Like an actual dungeons video instead of just this. Like I could talk about like how to read the map and stuff, but like everyone knows how to read the map, right? Like I don't need to do all of that. But anyway, that is really it for this one. This one is technically a longer video. I don't know how though. It doesn't feel longer to me, but technically time based, this is one of my longer ones. So if you want it shorter, just let me know. If you don't care, All right, that's cool. Uh, that's really it though. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Next video is going to be the Crimson Isles though. I have decided that's what it's gonna be. I know what you're thinking. No mining? Please don't joke with me, all right? Please don't. Don't do this to me, baby. But no. So that's it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.